Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Main Event Mafia podcast. You are going to see this on Monday. Shit, help me out. Monday will be the 22nd, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right now in the world, but all y'all kids out there, make sure y'all on the nice list and not the naughty list. Uh, I'm about to put Drew on the naughty list for what he said about Nigel McGuinness a few recordings back. But yeah, we're here to discuss this week in professional wrestling. And man, it's um it's a crazy time. I think it's always the down period this time of year because we're all waiting for the Rumble. But AEW's got us covered with actually good wrestling on television. So man, I'm going to get me some fucking Arizona and some Arnold Palmer because he you've been drinking it. Man, I've been craving an Arnold Palmer because of you. Look at my
You're
man over
welcome.
there. All right, we're here with Mr. Fingers himself. Of course, my guy in the chair, the Ned to my Spider Man, the Kryptonite to my Superman after what he said about Nigel. Literally one of my best friends in the entire world, Andrew. And I got my Ricky Steamboat to my Ric Flair is here once again, Mr. John freaking Niffen, Eddie Kingston Jr. And man, how do y'all feel? I'm gonna start with you, John. How do you feel about this week of wrestling? Was it underwhelming? Did it piss you off of what happened on Monday? Because I got a lot to say about what happened on Monday.
No, I mean, it was everybody kind of knew that the first. Well, Austin Theory was everybody's guess, but there was a second one because that first one from War Games was not the second one from Raw.
Yeah.
Um, like I said, I didn't watch Raw through Reels this week. I worked late all week this week,
Yeah.
so I kind of seen everything that went down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of thinking like a lot of people think. I think that this Austin Theory masked person, um, I think the person behind the masked people is Seth Rollins. He's trying to get them in good with the vision, and then they're going to turn on him, and Seth's going to return and all that good stuff. But no, all in all, I guess Monday was all right. I did watch SmackDown last night. SmackDown, damn good show.
Yeah. Um, like you said, I mean, Drew, you can agree with me, but I think the only really big talking point from Raw really was the masked man incident, in my opinion, um, of what we had. But you got the results pulled up. So I'm gonna start with you, and I'll go last because I got a lot to talk about with that masked man. How'd you feel about Raw, man? What were your big takeaways?
Dude, I thought the way Gunther came out was perfect.
Yes.
The way
Oh yeah, I
he
forgot about that. That's another big talking
the
point.
skill aspect of it is falling into place perfectly.
Yes.
Um he didn't have to say much, and he
No.
really didn't. The parts that he did add was spot on.
Yes.
Is slowly continuing on adding fuel to the fire, pissing off the locker room, pissing off the Raw GM, and we know who his next opponent, singles opponent, is going to be.
Yeah.
Or at least we're hinting to it that it's going to be AJ Styles.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying they want Brock Lesnar to be the next legend that he is going to retire,
I think
and
that's already
that will,
written. That's
yeah,
already a
over Matt.
guarantee.
Um, I loved I love the way they are continuing on with the women's tag team division.
Uh,
Um, I'm just not sure who I want to see hold the belts next, but I love that they have acknowledged that our competitors are doing better than us in the women's tag team as well as just women's wrestling
Wrestling.
in general, and they
Yes.
have acknowledged it and they are working on competing. I'm not going to say they're working on being better, but I'm going to say they're working on competing because recently they've just been getting dog walked.
Yeah.
Now they're working on actually building up their version of it. I loved Maxine's match that
Mm-hmm.
she not only defended successfully, but she proved that she can be a better submission specialist. Her time training with Natty has shown some serious improvement, but I'm just ready to see how she continues on.
I think we'll do an end of the year wrap up at the end of the year, and I think she's got to be talked about as the most improved. I mean, I know we already did a list, but she's got to be talked about as the most improved wrestler of 2025. I mean,
especially
she is just,
when yeah, definitely.
yeah, I think she is just fan fucking tastic. I
You
really wish
could,
she would let that wardrobe malfunction
yep.
happen. Yeah, I mean, she's just brilliant. I really wish that she wasn't quick thinking on her feet, and we would have got that. I mean, I know the scream would have faded to black. But come on, WWE, just give us simps, man, a little bit of a bone here and there. But I thought she did great. I thought her new character. Um, I really want to see Natty come back as a heel and just beat the fuck out of her. Uh,
Yep.
but I just, I think she's doing great. But I think Natalia is the biggest talking point when it comes to Maxine, is because I think that's who comes back and takes that title off of her. And I'm not
Probably.
talking about a natty that we've seen with the stupid fucking cat ears in 2017. I'm talking about NWA Natalia. I'm talking about AAA Natalia, this badass that has been
Oh,
in
yeah.
that has been in her for so many fucking years that she has just been screaming to let out. Just bring her back, build her up as the biggest badass, build her up as what Shayna Baszler should have been when they had her on the fucking roster. Just have her be a
Yep.
fucking beast and just beat the shit out of everybody. And I will touch on the women's tag team division because I know who I want to hold these belts. And one half of this tag team I can't fucking stand. But the other half, she's fucking gorgeous. Good God, she is drop dead gorgeous. Like, I just can't talk about it enough. Trick Williams, you lucky motherfucker. And I'm talking about Lash Legend and Nia Jax. I mean, I can't stand Nia Jax. I can't. But I love Lash Legend. And the rumor mill going around from sources that I have that are inside sources and stuff, the company is very high on Lash. So I
Hmm.
think when this whole tag team's run is over, I could see her breaking out and being, as Rhea Ripley. She's still probably the most popular person outside of wrestling because everybody knows who Rhea is. But I think when Rhea is done, I think Lash will take that spot that Rhea has as this athletically
Yeah.
gifted muscle head that is just beautiful and gorgeous and amazing in ring. I think they're setting her up to be the next Rhea Ripley. Um, and I can't wait to see it. But like you said, with Gunther, fucking perfect. The only thing I would have changed, I wouldn't have had him come out and say a word. I'd have just had him come out. But the one thing I would have added is I would have had him come out with the wristband and shoes and just put him in the middle of the ring.
Well, he can't.
Oh, he can't. I know because Cena has them.
No, Bronson's got him.
Yeah, Bronson's got him probably somewhere in his, the tribal thieves probably got him. You're right about that. But
The only thing I would have had him come out and do is just say one sentence. Just come out, hold slowly, like wait for them to do their thing. Because the
mhm,
crowd was gonna anytime he opened his mouth, they were just gonna get louder. Like same thing they did to Dominic.
yeah,
The only thing I would have actually had him say, like actually had the crowd finally, shut up for a second, let him say something. Just all he had to say was, I did what I said I was gonna do, or something along those lines, drop the mic
I
and
told
leave.
yeah.
you so.
Yeah.
Like I told you
Um,
so. That's all you had to do.
that's the one sentence that if he was going to say anything, but my idea was just to have him come out with the shoes and the bands, if that was possible, and just set him in the middle of the ring and walk off. Because that to me was the symbol of Saturday night's main event. Um,
Yeah.
and that was I mean, no, I know Gunther was already a world champion twice. But that was his I'm a top guy moment, in my opinion. He's the next villain that WWE desperately needs. And I think that's all he needed to do because he broke our hearts. And honestly, I haven't got all the way through the interview, but I've been watching bits and pieces when I have time of the What Do You Want to Talk About episode with John Cena and Cody Rhodes. And this is the way John Cena wanted to go out. The whole
Yeah.
tap out, the whole thing. That's how Cena wanted to go. Um, and it was beautiful. It was poetic. Um, so I'm very excited for the future of Gunther. And like you said, they set up AJ Styles as his next roadblock. But I do think that it's already written in stone. You know, I'm not a member of creative. I don't know what's going on in that room. But they would be fucking stupid not to say, okay, we know Brock's done after SummerSlam. We know that. He's done. He's retiring in his hometown. Just give me Brock Lesnar and Gunther one time. Because they're gonna beat the fuck out of each other and it's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, here's the question though,
Go ahead.
because we know that pretty much Brock controls who he loses to and who he, all
Yeah.
that stuff. Do you think that he'd be willing to take the L from the retirement loss from Gunther, or do you think he'd want to hand pick his own? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I think there's nobody in the current roster right now, if I'm looking at it, that Brock Lesnar would want to lose to more.
Roman.
We've seen that so many times, right? And let's be
Or
honest.
or you could have the other guy that he hasn't beat, and that's Cody.
Yeah, man, but I think, as a Gunther guy, like just seeing those two beat the shit out of each other and seeing because in my opinion, in 15 years, you said you don't look for Gunther to be around much longer, which I still think is crazy, but I think my kids, when they grow up, will look at Gunther like we looked at Brock Lesnar, like he's unstoppable. He's the beast of WWE. And I think there's nobody better than Gunther to take that mantle from Brock. Um, so to answer your question, I think there's nobody. The only person I could see him happily losing to and being like, yeah, that's fitting is Gunther. Um, because from my understanding, him and Brock Lesnar is kind of high on Gunther a little bit. He's been trying to get with him for a couple of years now, but creative decisions have never worked out. And I think this is the year that we see the Beast versus the Ring General. And I think the Ring General, once again, pro wrestling beats sports entertainment once again, come August of next year. So, but the thing that I wanted to go last on, because I have a lot to say about this, is the Masked Man.
One
This
other
to
thing to
me,
mention though, hold on,
go ahead.
hold on. One
Go
other thing
ahead.
to mention though, before we
Mm-hmm.
move to that,
Mm-hmm.
there was a surprise return because I was shocked it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Bella showed back up and interfered in the actual really good match between Stephanie and Raquel.
Raquel, yeah.
This is now turned into a Stephanie vouching to retire Nikki.
Yeah.
And since Stephanie is not technically mentioned in the WrestleMania matches or the posters, the advertisements as
Mm-hmm.
someone with the belt as going to be headlining Mania. I think this is the storyline leading to how she loses her belt is being so focused on Nikki and retiring her that she somehow gets injured in that and then loses her belt.
I think and I know this is going to be, I know you're probably not going to agree, but I think she loses that belt to Nikki Bella.
I think so.
And I think the person that retires Nikki Bella is not Stephanie Baker. I think it's Rhea Ripley. I mean, Nikki's come on multiple podcasts and said if I was to do a retirement tour, which nobody wants to fucking see that, but if she was to do like a retirement match, the one person that would retire her is Rhea Ripley. And let's face it, I mean, she can't wrestle to save her life. Her titties are amazing, let's be honest. That's the only thing she's got going for her. But she has enough pull
Yeah.
to say when she wants to go out and who she wants to go out to. Um,
But the other thing is though, everyone that would be involved in that are so
mhm.
focused on tag team divisions right now.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I just see that part coming so soon.
Yeah, that's why I think we have another year of Nikki Bella around.
Have
Um,
Liv retire.
what was that, John?
I said have Liv retire Nikki.
Uh, you could throw a bunch of names out there, but like I think we have Nikki Bella around for another year. And I think we get a glimpse of that Divas era, Nikki Bella, where she holds onto that belt for a
I
long time.
opinion
And
it's gonna degrade the title.
exactly. And I don't want to see it. But we all know how WWE is and how much they fucking disappoint us.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, man, I think that you're right. Stephanie Becker is, in my opinion, going to be the next transitional champion, and I don't want that for her. Uh, but I just think that they've dropped the ball with her in terms of the title because she hasn't done anything with it. She's like Jade Cargill. They both of them haven't done shit really, from a champion standpoint. Um, and I think she's probably one of the biggest fumbles WWE has. They keep her around because she has that devil's kiss, and everybody loves to look at it because she's fucking gorgeous. And I don't want her to be eye candy. And I think that's all WWE sees her as.
probably.
Yeah. So, but going to my main point that probably this will be a long episode because I got a lot to say. This was the biggest disappointment of the fucking year, and it pissed me off because now, John, I'm with you. I don't think there's just one masked man. I think there's multiple. But to have this first one be Austin Theory pissed me off. Uh, I'm not going to talk about the allegations that were put on him because we've talked about it before. I just don't like the dude. I think he's a brat. I think he takes for granted his opportunities. Um, I don't think he cares about wrestling as much as people say he does. I don't think he's a good performer. I don't think he belongs anywhere near that fucking. I would rather have Grayson Waller be in the position that Austin Theory's in, because Grayson Waller, if you haven't watched his video with Chris Van Vliet, broke down talking about wrestling. He cried. Um, to me, that's somebody who gives a shit about the business. Um, to me, who I wanted this first masked man to be, and I know a lot of you are going to go, well, that's just stupid. You have a guy right now who is ready to be called up at any moment, and it doesn't matter that he's still holding the title in NXT, and that's Ethan Page.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan Page to me made all the sense in the fucking world. No, yes, Austin Theory has the history with Seth Rollins as he was one of his messiahs during the, you know, Monday Night Messiah era of Seth Rollins. Yes, I get that. I understand that. And I'm 100% with you, John, on that. That I think all this mass man stuff is leading up to a Seth Rollins return and leading up to him slowly breaking the vision within. I'm 100% with you on that. But to me, a guy like Austin Theory, that nobody realized he was gone for as long as he was gone. Nobody cared.
Nope.
Yeah, nobody gave a shit. And to me, this had the potential to be the best storyline of the year. Um, it really did. And to me, it's lost a lot of its steam. I know we've only got one reveal. If there's more than one, that's great. But it was the most predictable thing. We've all said it from the beginning that this is probably going to be Austin Theory, and I've said it from the beginning. I don't fucking want it. I don't care. It pisses me off as I can call myself a social media influencer in the space of wrestling. I think so. I think I have enough pull to say that. It pisses me off as a fan of this business and somebody who loves this business so much that you're giving these opportunities to people that don't fucking deserve it. And you have a whole group of people in NXT that we could have picked from that this could have been. And what the fuck? And I think that for me, like, yes, I'm excited. If there is more than one, that's awesome. That's great, which there is, because realistically, that was not Austin Theory on Raw. That was not, the second time the Masked Man appeared. That wasn't him. Um, but I genuinely don't care about the storyline anymore until Rollins comes back. I know maybe time will tell, but to me, that this was the biggest fumble of the year. I mean, it was fucking terrible. I hated it. And somebody who doesn't really know wrestling like me, but is just watching it, like my wife, she even looked at me and went, "Why the fuck would they do that? It makes no sense. Nobody. She didn't even know who Austin Theory was. So she was like, "What? Who is that?" And then I told her. She was like, "Okay." And like, why am I supposed to care? Um, it pisses me off, man, because I love this business so much, and I like it is my life. Like a lot of people don't understand that wrestling is the reason that I'm sitting here today. Um, so to see something this asininely stupid when you had something in front of you that you could have built up for months. I mean, honestly, we could have had this build up till Mania. Honestly, really, we could have. And then you just there was no build up towards the pulling off. He literally ran up the steps, and then it was just like, oh.
Yeah.
There was no fucking build up at all. Like he just showed up, he ran away. Why the fuck did he choose to stop then? Like maybe that's something we'll understand on Raw come Monday, but I genuinely don't give two fucks anymore. So that's my opinion on the situation. Drew, anything else you want to cover on Raw?
Um, we had a wonderful promo that was dropped in reply to Brunson
Oh yes.
or to Braun Breaker,
Yes.
and that was I was going to say best promo of the year until AEW someone decided to come back and make a graceful entrance and do the best promo of the year, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that next because we go in order of the week. But man, I
And then
agree.
the way after the masked man revealed himself, Breaker comes out and has another conversation with Punk and says, "If you ever talk about my family again, like, oh my God, this is turning into a very, very interesting, uh, very interesting battle indeed." So January 5th is going to be a Raw you don't miss.
No, I'm gonna be in Florida, but I have Netflix on a Fire Stick. But I think I'm just gonna take because I have my one of my best friends in the entire world coming to watch my dogs, and he needs to get caught up on a lot of movies. So I think I'm just gonna leave my Fire Stick for him, show him how it works, and let him get caught up on all the stuff he needs to get caught up on. But man, that is a can't miss episode. Like if you're a wrestling fan, put that shit on at work if you're at work. Like risk your job, honestly, because it's gonna be can't miss. Um and that to me, this is the best thing going on Monday Night Raw right now is this whole Braun Breaker and CM Punk situation. Uh because
Yeah,
it feel I mean, honestly, like a lot of people are gonna go, wow, that's a crazy comparison, but it reminds me of Drew McIntyre and CM Punk so bad, so much. Because it's personal. Breaker brought up his
yeah,
wife.
that
Punk brought up his daddy and his uncle. He told him, if you ever bring my family's name in your mouth again, I'll fucking kill you, for lack of a better term. And it's going to be a bloody war, I believe, on January 5th with those two. And I believe that they put the title on Breaker with the help of Austin Theory. Because I think Logan Paul is another man that a lot of people aren't talking about in this situation. And I think he's working with Seth Rollins. I think this was part of Logan Paul is the guy that called up Austin Theory or, had the conversation with Seth Rollins and Austin Theory. And he's a guy that a lot of people are looking at in his storyline, and I think they should. But yeah, I think that's going to be one hell of an episode. But moving to Dynamite and something that you said, there's been a lot of good promos this year. And I don't think this was the best promo of the year because I do think the best promo of the year happened this week, but I don't think it happened on Raw or AEW. MJF definitely second best promo of the year. Came back, cashed in his contract, and it is now going to be a Fatal 4-Way match at World's End for the AEW World Championship between Hangman Adam Page, Samoa Joe, MJF, and Swerve Strickland. And
But I like the stipulation well that if any of those four members gets physically contacted with any of the others, they are out of the match.
Well, man, it's going to have to be like that, right? And so because it's all three of these guys are connected, like all four of them, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
are connected, and a lot of people don't understand that because a lot of people, you know, they're like, I see a lot of people online. Well, it kind of felt weird just to have MJF interjected. No, MJF has history with all of these guys, so
Yeah.
it makes all the sense in the world for him to interject himself. And I think it's going to be a very entertaining match on the 29th. And I think it's going to be a must watch show again. Um, I love the fact I'm going first because I talked the most about Raw. So I'll go first and then I'll get you guys early because you guys are a lot quicker than me. Um, I think the Elite and the Don Callis family had one of the best matches of the year. It was so good to see those boys back together again. The only thing that I would have changed is they should have came out to Carry On My Wayward Son. Uh, that's the only
Yeah.
thing I would have changed. Um, that was just so good, and I think AEW had another outstanding show this week. And that's my thoughts on AEW. But I'll go to you, John. And I know you don't really have the ability to watch AEW full time, but I know you're going to get into it here very soon. So give me your thoughts on the whole AEW situation, man. How do you feel about these four? I mean, you don't really know a lot about Hangman, but how do you feel about MJF, Samoa Joe, and Swerve Strickland?
Well, I do think with him cashing in that, I guess that contract or whatever it is that he had to get
Their
into,
equivalent of Money in the Bank.
right. I think that foretold us that he's probably going to be the one to take it off Joe. Um, I really don't know what to say because I don't know much
Mm-hmm.
what's going on right now. Um, that's what I think.
Yeah. It's going to be a very interesting take and deep. But Drew, give me your thoughts on the situation and how do you feel about the way that this world title picture is outfolding, man?
Somehow Samoa Joe is going to find a way to survive and
Yeah.
retain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see it, but I have a feeling that's going to be the result.
Yep.
Um, I don't think this is the first time that they are going to have this fatal four way. Um, where's that fatal four way going to be at?
I'm not too sure.
Oh, it's in Chicago. Okay.
Hmm.
Somehow I have a feeling Samoa Joe is going to retain, but it's that's got a no holds barred, no DQ match, basically.
That's going to be brutal.
Kids have to go to bed.
Yeah.
There's going to be types of weaponry. There will be blood. Um, it
I
is going to
mean, we
be a very
saw,
violent,
yeah, we
violent.
saw what Hangman and Swerve did to each other. So
Yeah.
imagine what they're going to do to Samoa Joe and MJF when they're both in there and they're granted they have to compete
These
against
are
each other.
being in a very bloody, violent match.
Yeah, it's going to
They
be
strive in these type of matches.
it's going to be a
So it's going to be great and it's going to be nasty.
yeah, it's going to
But
be
bring it.
yep, yep. I'll go to you. You said something this week in the Discord Friday. Obviously you're not in the Discord on Wednesdays because you're working. Hardest working man in the business right here, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, Tony Storm and them had a really good match. I don't think I was paying too much attention, but is there anything you want to cover from that match?
Um, it's from that match. Um, we're already seeing that the Babes of Wrath are they're not going to be the champs very long
Hmm.
because they've already got people smelling blood and coming after
Yeah.
them. But the bond that the Love Bombs are building with the Babes of Wrath just makes it very entertaining. Um, because Babes of Wrath has Harley on it, and in my opinion, she is AEW's most improved wrestler, similar to WWE's Maxine.
Yeah.
And seeing her evolve has been outstanding.
Yeah.
And it's like WWE, she's absolutely stunning on the eyes as well. So it's all around just magnificent.
Yeah. Completely agree with you there. Is there anything else you want to cover from Dynamite?
Just to see how the this tournament continues.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
100%.
they put on amazing matches Wednesday night. Uh,
Yes.
and seeing how Speedball and others are continuing on, the ones that don't really get the TV airtime or get their name out there, how they're proceeding on with the tournament. And I'm looking forward to seeing how the next round continues through.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Kyle Fletcher and Pac had an incredible match.
Yes, probably the
And
match of the week.
yeah, match of the week in my opinion. Those guys just tore down the fucking house. And
And
that
then
finish was
that
blowing.
match, they finally had a match that literally came down to the final seconds
Yep.
of the 20-minute time limit. So
Yep.
I really think before this tournament's over, they're going to have a match that actually ends in a tie
Yeah.
because they run out of time.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about this tournament is if it's a tie, both men get 1 point. So they're not out of the tournament. So it's going to be interesting to find out. I do think the finals will still be they'll figure out a way to get a three-way tie. And the finals will be that Don Callis family triple threat, which I'm completely fine with. Is it predictable?
Claudio's not in there some way. That'd be 2 years in a row. He doesn't make the finals.
Yeah, I know. So they got to do something with him. But we'll find out. Time will tell. But AEW is really good this week. But I'm gonna jump over to SmackDown. And I'm gonna go first because I know Drew's gonna probably agree with me. You know, man, you said that MJF had the best promo of the year, in your opinion. His was longer than my promo of the year, but I think Mr. Cody Rhodes had the promo of the year on Friday. Because we are slowly seeing that heel Cody Rhodes being built up. And he said to Neil Galdis, you know, you got to realize I don't work for you. I work for them. And that was a babyface move or whatever. But what he said at the end of that promo said it all for me. And he looked dead at Nick Aldis right before he walked off. He goes, and that means you work for me. And just walked off. What a fucking promo. Good grief. And this storyline between Drew
Yeah.
McIntyre and Cody Rhodes, I'm interested to see what Drew's stipulation will be. Um,
Oh, it's going to be petty.
yeah, it's gonna
Uh,
be
Extremely petty.
yeah, it's gonna be
act- Actually, I kind of like it. I already it was on the spoiler. I already seen what it was.
okay. Okay, so I haven't seen that, so we won't touch on that until next week until we see what happened. I didn't see, so that gets revealed next week.
Yep.
Okay, so I didn't see that. Drew, did you see that spoiler at all?
Not yet.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna stay the fuck away from the internet for the next week because
Well, good luck.
I don't want to be fucking spoiled.
It's all over face. Almost every fucking thing you see on your what do you call it? Your story. Whatever
Yeah,
you it showed up at least 30 times.
fix that. We stay off Facebook and just strictly on Messenger for a week, or stay off the wrestling pages I follow on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter. Yeah, I'll figure out a way. But John, without giving it away, man, Who do you think has the advantage going into this match?
Drew.
Is it a match type that we haven't seen in quite some time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think the last time we seen it was 2002 or three.
Is this a fucking three stages of hell match?
Can I say no?
You can say no.
Yeah, but I don't want to. Yes, I mean, there's no way around it. Yeah, that's the stipulation.
Oh my god.
That's not the only stipulation.
Fuck it. Y'all don't want to spoil, click away now. Let all the dirt sheets know. Come on. What we got?
So the other stipulation is the fact that during the match, if Cody is counted out or disqualified during the match, he automatically loses the title.
How you gonna be disqualified in a three stages of hell match?
Yeah, there's no DQs. Well, actually, I think the start to the match is a regular
Yeah,
normal match.
Okay.
before it gets to the final match where it's no DQ, if the first two, if you get counted out or disqualified in those, you automatically lose the title.
So the first two stages are going to be just regular one-on-ones?
I thought they opened it with a normal match, and then they did it with a extreme rules or falls count anywhere or something, and then I thought the third was Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, each one has a separate stipulation. So, I mean, you could technically, like the first one's like a standard singles match or like a lumberjack match. Then the second one's like a street fight, falls, count anywhere, or tables match. And then the third, if needed, is a steel cage match or like an ambulance match, stretcher match, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so the
So,
first match is the only one he can get counted out.
right. So it could be like that first fall, the singles match, or if it's a lumberjack match, something that could be the one where it's the count out or the DQ. Um,
Stipulation.
or or the second one, if you have a false count anywhere, depending on how that is worded, could be your DQ possibility. Um,
So from all the dirt sheets now, we don't know exactly all the stages of it. We just know the
we
stipulation,
know
right?
it's
Like,
going to be a three stages of hell match, but we don't know what
mhm.
each stage how that's going to play yet.
Okay, so maybe they're smart and they save that. They don't want to give that away until the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we know when this match is taking place?
Um,
I think it's the first episode of SmackDown in the new year.
Damn, why not just build it up to the Rumble? That's crazy. Okay, I'll ask you guys this question now then. Do you think this is where Cody loses the belt?
No, I think this is where you're gonna. I think this might be the start of. This is where you're gonna see the turn of Cody heel, maybe.
Mm, okay. Okay,
it's the
interesting.
January 9th episode that's going to be in Berlin, Germany.
So Drew's kind of got home field advantage in a way.
Yeah, but I don't even look at it like that anymore because I mean the last year or so you had Randy who fought for the title at one of the pay-per-views in St. Louis, lost it. Um,
Yeah, your hometown doesn't mean shit anymore.
No.
no,
That hometown assistance.
But I will tell you what means a shit, guys, and that's that overseas crowd.
Yeah. Well, it didn't help Drew when he was there for Clash in Paris or whatever that year
Well, I mean, they didn't
because
they
he
didn't
lost.
help him, but it's going to be I feel now that I know it's overseas and they chose the right time to do it. Yeah, I'm excited about that now. So if you didn't want to be spoiled, I hope you clicked away. If you didn't, oh well. Um, that's crazy. That's actually one of my favorite match stipulations of all time. Uh, and so I'm excited that that's coming back. I don't know how do you guys feel about that?
I
I
like
mean,
it.
they do it right. Yeah, it could be great.
But I mean, there's one other match I really hope to God that they bring back here soon, and that's the. Do you remember the scramble match?
Yeah,
I want the scramble match to come in because anybody at any point in the match can be champ.
I don't think that works in a modern era.
I mean, why wouldn't it?
It's just we're so picky about what we enjoy. I don't think it would translate to a modern audience well. I think it would confuse the people that don't really watch wrestling full time, and I think that's the reason they haven't brought it back. I think if they were going to do something like that, they would bring the Iron Survivor to the main roster, and that's the way we would get kind of a championship scramble. Which I'm all for. That Iron Survivor. I mean, Drew, you can attest it was your first one of the year, and
Yeah, but I'm a fan of the scramble in the sense of whoever has the belt at the end of a time limit. So give it like an Iron Man 1 hour match.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we could
Yeah.
still keep the scramble thing, but I think we would do it in the rules of an Iron Survivor, where it's kind of like an Iron Man style type thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but only the future will tell. I'm very interested to see now that we know the stipulation, and of course, since we covered that, I mean, we might as well. I mean, like we already covered the big spoiler, so I'm gonna cover it anyway. Next week, Ilya Dragunov loses his IC championship to Mello. Don't miss him, Carmelo Hayes.
Is what champion?
United States Championship.
He said, "I
Okay.
see."
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry. I'm
he's
thinking
got
about the fucking storyline booking that I would
he's
have
got
done. But guys, tell me how you feel about that. And Andrew, I'll start with you. How do you feel about Carmelo finally getting that push?
that I'm fine with. I just want to see the match because they've all been amazing matches.
Yeah, they're
And I
gonna
thought it
kill
was
it.
an amazing tag team this past Friday night.
Yeah, yeah,
So to
they're
see
gonna.
them actually having the singles match and winning, is it an honorable win? Is it by a cheat? Is it by, a distraction? And he just took the opportunity? Like what,
He
how
is
does it, how's it
current.
a legitimacy?
Well, I'll tell you how I'm gonna give that away. He's a current babyface, and in all the photos that I've seen and everybody else has seen, Dragonov puts the belt on him and
So
raises
it's
his
got to be a
hand.
clean win.
It's a clean win. Uh, and I think it's going to be a match of the year candidate because every time these guys touch each other, no pause, no Diddy. Um,
Yeah, for it.
they
All
are
for it.
fucking fantastic, and I think it's well overdue that Carmelo gets his opportunity. But another fun fact I want to throw out there: do you guys know who is now listed internationally as a SmackDown superstar?
Yeah, swear. I'm not swerve.
Was it Leon
Trick.
Slater?
Trick Williams. So I think we see Trick get the call up, and I think he beats Mello for that U.S. title.
Hmm.
So only time will tell, folks. But we have been recording for fucking ever now.
Real quick,
Mm-hmm.
the only thing I don't like about this U.S. title thing right now
Mm-hmm.
is how many champs have we had the last 6 months?
Um.
Solo, we've had Solo, we've had Sammy. Let's see,
Mm-hmm.
we've had, I think, L.A. Knight, Jacob,
Mm-hmm.
Solo, Sammy, Ilya, and now we've had 6 champs in the last 6, 7 months now. That's the only thing I don't like about it. I'm glad Melo's getting his shot, but having 6, 7 champs in a year is just insane. I don't know. Let Melo
Um,
hold on to it for a little while, please.
I mean, you gotta have a title like that. I feel. Um.
Do that shit with the tag belts.
No, because the tag division is fucking garbage.
It really is.
So if you're going to have a title like that gets hot potatoed around, I'm fine with it being the U.S. title. Because that whole scene for the past couple months up until Sam, excluding Sami Zayn, because I don't really like Sammy. I think Sammy was a terrible champion. Um,
Well, Sammy's going to be the one to represent winning the Rumble this year, I believe.
I don't think, man. I'm hearing reports from people that a certain dog, a certain badass, is
Well,
in the runnings to win the Rumble.
one or two things is going to happen. Either Sammy wins the Rumble and Braun wins an Elimination Chamber, or vice versa.
So yeah, I could agree with that. I would much rather see Braun Breaker win the Rumble than Sami Zayn. Uh, just because the way you look at I forgot who you said you don't see as a top Braun. I think you said that a few months ago, right? That you didn't really see him as a top guy.
With, in the Vision, no. He needs to be on his own. It's the same way as I feel as Solo. Solo needs to be on his own, and then he can make something of himself. With these clowns he's got, I, I just don't see Solos being nothing but down there in the tag stuff.
Man, let's not discredit the people he's got around him. It's not their fault. He's got the Gorillas of fucking Destiny with him. He's got Jeff Cobb. It's not really their fault that they're not being used to their full potential.
No, I know that.
So they ain't scrubs. But I completely agree with you there. But I don't agree with the fact that you're saying that Braun doesn't fit the mold of being a main event guy with the vision. I think he fits this role as the leader and this unstoppable beast very well. So,
Well, if he does, I mean, Sep's going to be the one to take it from him. I
oh
mean,
yeah, that's a foregone conclusion.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's that. We're all in agreement there. But anything else you guys want to cover?
No, just hoping it's going to be a fun Monday to follow up on after this past week.
Yep. So I haven't seen any spoilers from Raw other than Austin
I
Theory's ring gear. That's the only thing I've seen. So I'm excited to watch Raw this Monday. Um, excuse me. AAA is having also another banger card tonight. So guys, it's free. Take the time to watch it and have fun.
Don't forget, we got all ends World's End next weekend. So
World's End is next weekend, the 29th, which I'm pretty sure my friend Chris will be over here, so that'll be fun.
That's the AEW one, right?
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
the AEW. Yeah, that's the AEW pay per view.
And where can I watch that one at?
HBO Max.
Okay, so that's not one of the ones that you have to pay for. Wait a minute.
With HBO Max, it'll be on there.
Yeah, you get a discounted price, but it's on there.
Okay, cool. Because I know Amazon Prime was carrying, I think, all in, and it was like $60 or $70.
It might be worth it. I mean, the last few have been absolutely.
I mean, honestly, man, the last few, if they would have charged me $100, I wouldn't have batted an eye. They're that good.
Yeah.
I'm not just hyping it up. I'm telling you, like, if you got the extra pocket change, or you can spend it out there, which we have an HBO Max account, of course, so we get a discounted price. That's just, if there's any point where you start watching AEW, I think World's End is where you need to jump on.
Yep,
and that's Saturday.
Yeah, that's the 29th.
Dude. You will. I guarantee you, after you watch one of their pay-per-views, you will find a way to make the time to watch their stuff during the week live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they haven't had a bad pay-per-view this year. So
yeah.
Well, I'll make that my plan for Saturday night next week then.
That's just that's my thought on the situation. That if you're looking for a point to jump on, and start watching heavily weekly, World's End's the perfect time to jump on. You might be a little confused, but after that, you'll be like, all right, I got to make time for these guys.
But you will see one amazing match after the next. There are no bathroom break matches on their cards.
Nope.
And I'm talking 12 to 13 matches.
Yeah, we're not talking about 4 or 5. We're
so
talking
brace
about
yourself.
We ain't talking about no commercial breaks in between your pay-per-views. It's one match after the fucking other.
Good.
So,
yep.
We will
if it's a commercial, it's a story build from the previous match on how it got to where they're at.
Yeah, it's a
the way pay-per-views used to be.
Yeah, it's a vignette on how they got to the point where they're at now.
Good.
We will have a World's End prediction video come out on Saturday, and then we'll do a uh fucking review show probably, if depending on when the show goes off, because everybody has to work on Monday. Um then we'll do a review show, which we do for all the AEW shows. Um, but just stay tuned for that. This episode's going up, of course, the 23rd. So I hope you guys are fuck. Yeah, the
22nd.
23rd, right? 22nd.
22nd Monday.
Y'all, I've been in front of this computer for so goddamn long, it ain't even funny. I love y'all so much. Thank you guys for watching. I haven't even ate yet, and it is currently 4:40 in the fucking afternoon, and I haven't even ate a single thing to eat. So I'm gonna go get me something to eat after recording this, and probably lay down and snuggle with my wife because I'm tired. I don't feel good. I'm tired, y'all. But I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and stay tuned because we might have a AAA uh, show review coming out tomorrow, depending on how good the show is. So we'll see you guys uh, maybe tomorrow, maybe, just depending. Um, I know my wife is super excited for the Wyatt Six versus Psycho Clowns match. It's going to be a no holds barred barn burner. I know she is a super fan of the Psycho Clowns, so she'll definitely be on that show. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great rest of your day, guys.